Welcome to 2021. So 2020, if you look at numerology, was a 22 or number 4 in the universal numerical code. So basically you take 2020, right? 2 plus 0 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 0 is 4. Or 22 is a master number. So master numbers that don't convert or break down is 11, 22, and 33. And any master year is going to be more challenging. No challenge to 2020, right? The number 4, and I went over this last year, but just as a reminder, it was all about change. It was about things breaking down, structures and institutions collapsing, us reviewing, reassessing, reevaluating, and learning more truth. So if you think about, 4 is, think about 4 legs on a table. So, generally speaking, a 4, could be really stable. And we talk about being really stable in our tabletop position. But with it being that master number of 22, the challenge for this past year of 4 was instability. So we arrived to 2021. I want to share with you the universal number that comes with 2021. So again, you just add it up, it comes to 5. So 5 is a turning point. So if you just look at single digits, 5 falls right in the center. So it means a turning point. 5 is about destruction, rebelliousness, more change, more transition, more destruction, and a falling of, or at least what they're predicting is, more things in the government, more things that are just, businesses and institutions are going to be collapsing again this year, unfortunately. But the good things about number 5, it's about freedom. It's about power, coming back into your power. So personal freedom and power is one of the themes for this year. And if you think about personal freedom and power, if we're gaining that individually, remember everything that we're doing individually goes back into the collective. So collectively, it's about power to the people. Sorry, I can't help but think of Lennon with this theme coming up for this particular year. The other good thing about the number 5, because there's movement and transition, is travel. So I don't know about you, but I crave travel. And I really missed it last year. I only went to see my family in North Carolina a few times, and I took my son to South Dakota. Hopefully this year we can do our retreat that we've planned in April. And hopefully you'll get to, make some travel plans for this summer. I don't know, we'll see. So since the numerical number for this year is 5, we're going to be doing things in sets of 5, or we'll be holding a pose for 5 breaths. By the way, if you want to see what your individual personal number would be for this year that coincides with this, mine is a 7. So what you add up is your month. So mine's March, so it was 3. Your date. All right, so whatever the number is of the month plus the numbers of your birth date, add those up, and then add 5, and then continue to add up the number. So say if it's 15, add 1 and 5, and it's 6. If it's 29, add 9 and 2, and it's 11. So that would be a master number. So 11, 22, and 33 don't break down. But anything other than that would break down, and you'll take it to a single digit. I did post on the Moonbeam Yoga Facebook page, if you're on Facebook, this great clip that I saw when I was researching the numerology for this year. And I usually go back, Carrie, well, I can say it because it's recorded. I usually watch Carrie Samuels, who's a numerologist, but there's someone else that I discovered here, on YouTube. I can't remember her name now, but anyway, I posted it on the Facebook page. You guys can look up that video, and she talks about the number 5, and then she goes on to talk about your personal code, and you can listen to what's in store for you. Mine's a 7, so it's very introspective, it's very internalized, which I can't imagine being more internal than we were kind of forced to last year, but hey, it's about more awakenings, more spiritual awakenings. So I'm excited and slightly nervous about what that is going to bring this year. So check out yours. I know 8 is about success and, financial abundance. I just happened to look that one up too. But that's the 8, and, check it out and we'll begin. I'm not planning on using props. It doesn't mean that you don't need to have any around just in case, but let's go ahead and start on our mats. And this time we're going to start on our back. So lay out into a corpse pose. Have your hands resting on your belly. Close your eyes and breathe slowly and deeply in and out through the nose. Your hands are currently resting on your abdomen. And the upper part of the abdomen is considered the solar plexus. It's the place where we pull up our will. So it's about willpower. When we're balanced, we are empowered. When there's an imbalance, we're disempowered. And remember, number 5 for this year is about personal freedom and power. Collectively, power to the people. Please don't try to imagine what this is going to look like or be like. Let go of expectations and just be in that curious state of wonderment. And we'll just wait and watch how it unfolds. Now let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Couple more. Let's go ahead and do 2 more to make it 5. We're going to draw the legs closer together, and we're going to stack the hands under our seat. We're going to point the toes. We're going to get right into it. So we're going to be building up a little strength in the core, the solar plexus. As we inhale, the legs are going to pike up. And as you exhale, to the dorsiflexion in the ankles and distance them down. Hover and hold. Inhale, point and lift. Exhale, flex and descend. 3 more. Hover and hold the last one. And then release the heels. And separate your hands from underneath your body. Bend your knees. And then flip the palms to face downward. We're going to do the abdominal breath flow. So as you inhale, circle the arms overhead. Tuck the tailbone, the thighs, hips, abdomen, chest. Exhale, roll it down, 1 vertebra at a time. Lifting the arms, lifting your feet, and curling in like a cannonball. Inhaling, lifting your way up towards Setu Bandhasana. Exhale, roll it down, 1 vertebra at a time. When the sacrum lands, it's safe to lift and curl in. Inhale, open and stretch the front of the body. Strengthen the back of the body. Exhale, roll it down into a cannonball. Now strengthening the core, stretching the spine. Again, inhale, open up. And exhale, roll it down. Contract and curl like you were a child about to jump off the diving board. Remember that personal freedom and power. 1 more for good measure. Now, I want you to extend your legs and separate your feet wide. Take the arms overhead and separate the hands wide. Almost like you're taking an X shape with your body. Breathe into your belly. Inhale, right arm, left leg lifts. It's okay to tap the toes if they can reach together. And exhale, recline. Inhale, right leg, left arm, alternate limbs. Exhale, release. If you want to amp it up, you can even lift the head and cross over your midline to work the side obliques more. All right, that's 2. Go at a nice, slow, mindful, deliberate pace. Last one. Notice as you're resting here and breathing after that exercise, notice the shape of your body. Notice how the arms raised this way help to give an upliftment to the heart, to your spirit, representing the freedom that this year will bring. There's going to be a focus on people shouting out what freedom means to them. So I encourage you this year, even though we have our own opinions about what freedom is for us, Maybe try to withdraw from all the polarity, especially in politics. Just hold the space with positive intentions for an outcome for the greater good. All right, we're gonna close the legs together. Bring the arms back alongside your body. We're not done with core work yet. We're gonna get it out of the way though. We're gonna lift the feet, lift the arms. You're contracting the rectus abdominis muscles here in the center, and that's what lifts the head, shoulders, and neck. As you exhale, we're coming into Navasana half boat. As we inhale, we drop back to canoe. I can't talk while I do this. Now hold your half boat. If you need hand assistance, place your hands under your thighs or knees. Draw the shoulders down the back. Lift up through your heart. If you can handle working from your belly and your hip flexors, you can extend the arms out in front of you. And if you want to straighten out your legs for full boat, you can certainly go there. Affirming within every breath is infinite power. Let's draw the feet together. Lift up through the shaft of the spine. Exhale, fold. So we're gonna rock today. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, rock forward with the straight back. Doesn't matter how high or low you go, as long as you feel the stretch to the inner thighs. Stay with your breath. 2 more. Last one. And maybe hold for 5 more breaths. If you're closer to the ground, feel free and at liberty to stretch the arms out. And we'll slowly back out of Baddha Konasana. When you do so, extend your left leg. We're going to pick up the right foot. Now you can either take your left hand to hold the heel, the right hand to the back of the knee. This may be your perfect hold for this. Some people like to scoop the arms up underneath the calf. I like the cradle hold, where you're wrapping the arms around the knee and the foot. However, if your foot sickles, if you can see the sole of your foot, try to put more action into it. I don't know if you can see that, but instead of the sole of the foot facing my shoulder, I'm now making it face you, all right? So you're pressing out through the mound of that big toe and inner heel. We're gonna do cradle to leg pose. So as you inhale, blossom upward through your heart center. And as you exhale, you're gonna squeeze the shin towards you. 4 more rounds. An action to lengthen the back as you breathe in. An action to hug the shin in as you breathe out. Now rock the baby side to side about 5 times. And then we'll release. All right, we'll take that to the other side. Slide your left foot in, take a hold of it, pick it up. Right hand will transfer to that heel, left hand to the outer knee, and this is great, right? So you may look like this, and that's fine. Or you might be able to hook the arms under like this. If you have a little bit more flexibility, a cradle hold will work. And then again, monitor what's happening to this foot. Put a little bit more action into it. Cradle the leg pose. Inhale, lift through the crown. Exhale, squeeze the leg closer to the chest. 4 more times. This feels really good. I hope it feels good to you. 1 more. And rock the baby. About 5 times side to side. All right. And we'll set the feet wide on either side of the mat. Pick yourself up. Come towards the squat. When you're ready, press through the feet. Slowly stand. And then turn your toes to face the front of the mat. All right, we're going to keep the hands to prayer position at the heart. Try to stack the bones and joints through the legs. Try to stack the shoulders up over the hips. Hands to prayer position at your heart. As you inhale, shoot the arms skyward, gaze up. As you exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. We're stepping right into it today. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Hold for 5 breaths. If you ever take an Ashtanga primary class, there are several poses throughout the practice that you hold for 5 full, complete breaths. So that's what we'll be doing if we're not flowing 5 times. Inhale, step your right foot forward in between the hands. Go ahead and get stable on your feet and rise up to crescent lunge. On the exhale, we're going to hinge over, back the arms up, gaze down. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, fold. 3 more. If this is too much for the arms or shoulders, you can leave it out and have your hands in prayer position instead. Hover and hold 5 breaths. Try not to dump on the front thigh. Great strengthener for the hamstrings here. Lower the hands to the floor. When you're ready, step to plank. Immediately chaturanga on the out breath. Rising up on your inhale. Coasting back on your exhale. Hold down dog for 5 breaths. Inhale, the left foot steps through. Once the feet are stable, rise up to crescent. Exhale, fold. 4 more. Slow and steady. Hover and hold. Again, not dumping over. Heart shining forward, fingertips reaching back. Apply pressure, especially through that front foot. Find your power and strength. And lower the hands. When you're ready, take that next vinyasa. Pause in down dog for 5 breaths. Inhale, the feet land at the top of the mat, rise up halfway. Exhale, lower the head and heart. Inhale, the arms are going to shoot up to upward worship. Exhale, hands come down, Samasthiti. Inhale, entering another sun style, reach up. Exhale, humbly bow forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to hold Uttanasana. Affirming nothing and no one on this earth can hold me down or back as I express my personal freedom and power. Inhale, halfway up. This time, exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. Exhaling to Adho Mukha. Hold 5 breaths. Inhale, the right foot steps through, the back heel sinks down. We're coming up to an exalted form of Warrior One. Now, for instance, if this is already a little troublesome for the shoulders, leave it out. Just have your hands to prayer, or you can even have the arms open into goddess arms or cactus arms. But find what works for you today. Lace your fingers together for Jupiter Mudra. Bring the arms back alongside the ears if possible. Keep your back foot firmly planted and lean just a fraction, just a degree over the front leg. Glance at the front knee. Make sure that it's stable, that it's not wibble wobbling back and forth. From lightning lunge, after 5 breaths, take the hands down, spin away from the back heel. Step back to plank. Lower down to forelimb staff pose. Inhale to the back bend. And exhale to downward facing dog. Holding 5 breaths today. When those are complete, step your left foot forward, ground your back heel, rise up to Warrior One, and maybe Exalted Warrior. for 5 breaths. Modify if you need to. Place the fingers, shoulders draw back and lift up towards the ears. And once the arms are nice and firm, hinge forward, just to a degree, lighten lunge. Stabilize the front knee by pressing down to the 4 corners of the foot. Takes a lot of power to stay here without dropping to gravity. Take the hands to the floor, spin away from the back heel. Step into plank, immediately sink low. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, roll it on back. Hold here and breathe. Inhale, bring the feet to the top of the mat. However you want to arrive is fine. Pick up your heart halfway. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, arms reach up, upward worship. Exhale, bring hands home, sweet home to the heart. All right, turn to face me. We're gonna prop the hands on the knees, and we're gonna work on pumping the belly in and out, okay? And this is really good for cleansing the stomach. Also, the inner reservoir of strength and power, okay? Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Now pump. 5 times. Let it out. Breathing in. Hold, pump. Exhale. Inhale. Pump 5 times. Let it go. Breathing in. Pump the belly. Release. Last one. Breathing in. Retain. Pump. And release. All right. We're going to separate the feet really wide. You take your arms out to the sides. Ideally, your wrist will be over your ankles. Bring the arms up. Pose of Da Vinci. Some people call it 5-point star. To me, this is all about exhilaration, enthusiasm, freedom. All right, exhale. Take the hands down and fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. 5 breaths here. Walk your hands forward and out. So you're lifting the torso about halfway up. And we're going to spin to the right. So lift your right hand when you're ready. Fan it up towards the heavens. 5 breaths here. And when you're ready, release. Inhale, left side lifts. 5 breaths. Good exhale, you can lower back in. And then we'll slowly lift halfway up. Walk one foot in, bring that knee down if that's a safe maneuver for you. All right, I'm trying to think how I'm gonna lead you into this next pose. We're gonna be moving into an arm balance. And, you know, if you can't do the full expression, don't worry about it. It's okay. You think about how much freedom birds have. So we're gonna be moving towards something I call hummingbird pose. If you take your left leg out and cross your right ankle on top of that thigh bone, you're gonna bend the knee, okay? And take your hands to stack behind you and lift your chest. All right, you should be feeling the right hip already, but for those of you who are more open in the hips, you're welcome to scoot a little closer towards your left foot. Don't be overly ambitious here. I say that, but it's the 5 year, it's about rebellion. I almost did a full yin practice for you because I always say yin is like the rebellious form of yoga. All right, so we need to back off if we scooted forward because we're gonna take a twist. So if you can take your right elbow into the arch of that foot and the left hand behind your back, this is how you're gonna twist. And that right hand can stay up. And this may be perfect for you, just to be here. I didn't think about my clothing and I didn't think about warming up any more than what I already have for this. I haven't done this in a while, so we'll see what happens. We're gonna see if we can take flight. So in order to do that, we need our hands to station down and the buttocks to lift. The right foot can stay stationed on the right arm and the left leg can float up and extend. Oh, I haven't done that in a while, you guys. It's fun. I hope you had fun. Shake it up. I'm gonna turn this way. This rub's a little slippery. We'll see what happens on this side. Left ankle to right thigh. Lean back so you can bend that knee. Hands behind you, lift your chest. Maybe perfect as you are. You may need a little extra. Check in to see what is the right amount for you in the now. All right, the foot's been positioned. We need to back off with a hip stretch a little bit to take the twist. Left elbow to the arch of the foot. That right shoulder, instead of cranking forward, you want to roll it back to spread open across the chest and maybe even swivel the neck. If you want to try that arm balance, if you want to see if you can fly, take your hands shoulder distance apart, lift your tailbone, lean forward, float the right foot. I couldn't hold it that time, but you've got the idea. Sustain it if you can. Come out when you need to. All right, and we're gonna relax. So take the legs out and squeeze and scoop the belly in. If you need to hold your legs to roll back, that's okay. Otherwise, extend your arms and flow back. Draw the knees into the belly. Separate the knees. Take the hands to lace under head. Lift the right elbow, cross it over towards the left knee, and recline. 4 more. Left elbow to right knee. Release the head, the feet together, the arms to the sides. 5 deep breaths. After the 5, flutter the knees up, extend the legs out, and bring the hands to rest on the belly. So your meditation today in Shavasana is going to be a breathing meditation. And what I'd like you to practice is breathing into 5 counts, retaining it for 1 or 2, and breathing out to 5. And if that hold or retention between the inhale and exhale causes any abnormality with your heart, or if it gives you a feeling of being anxious, leave it out and just breathe into 5 and then breathe out to 5. Okay? Practice that now. Now that you've done that for at least 5 rounds of breath, you can release that and just move more into a state of being where you're no longer controlling or counting your breaths. Let it flow organically. I'd like you to come up to join me to sit. But take your time, maybe just hugging in the knees, rocking side to side like we would in a normal class. Turning to your favorites, and then rising up to sit. Remember, since you're at home, you can sit in a chair, on furniture, or you can booster your hips up on top of a pillow or a bolster to make it more comfortable. And when you're sitting upright, rest your hands open on your lap and turn the lids of the eyes down. Bring your hands together to prayer position at the heart. To this gesture that represents grace and gratitude. The 5 fingers of one hand join and meet the 5 in the other to represent unity. And that's something I want you to remember as we move forward in this year. You know, it's stated and said and predicted that we're moving towards a state of unity consciousness. And right now we are more polarized and there's so much division, probably more division than I've seen in my lifetime. You may have seen more division in the past. But I was born in 74, so this is truly the first extreme amount of polarity that I've witnessed personally. And the thought and the idea of moving into a state of unity consciousness is so exciting. And I think that's why we're seeing such a split right now. And that's what we're going to be seeing this year. But the whole point of it is for us to be able to notice, to bear witness, to move through it, to heal from it, so that we can come back together, remembering, united we stand and divided we fall. So hold space for yourself and for the collective in this 5 universal year. Namaste.